What if I told you that the secret to your next big breakthrough isn't more work, but actually less? We've been sold a toxic lie that burnout is the price of admission for high-level success. In reality, your brain is a biological machine that requires specific maintenance to function at its peak. If you're constantly running on empty, you aren't being productive, you're just being busy. It's time to bridge the gap between effort and actual results. I'm Aisha, and today we're diving into the biological reality of high performance. We often treat self-care as a luxury or a weekend reward, but science suggests it's the ultimate hardware upgrade. In this video, we'll explore how rest, nutrition, and mindfulness literally rewire your brain for efficiency. By the end, you'll have a roadmap to achieve more while doing less. Let's break down the mechanics of the elite mind. Let's start with the cortisol trap, the silent killer of creativity. When you're stressed, your body floods with cortisol, which shuts down the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making. You essentially lose access to your highest intelligence. High performers know this, which is why they prioritize stress management as a tactical move. It's not about being soft, it's about staying sharp. Chronic stress is simply a bad business decision. Aisha knows that a cluttered mind cannot focus on complex problems. She sets strict boundaries between her deep work hours and her recovery periods. Notice how she steps away from the screen when she feels the mental fog rolling in. This isn't a sign of weakness, it's an act of peak performance. She understands that 50 minutes of high-intensity focus is better than 5 hours of distracted scrolling. Quality always beats quantity. Neuroplasticity is your brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. This process doesn't happen while you're grinding, it happens while you're resting. Sleep is when your brain flushes out toxins and consolidates your learning from the day. If you cut your sleep to work more, you're literally making yourself slower and less creative. Real success requires a brain that is rested enough to innovate. Don't trade your long-term potential for short-term vanity metrics. The prefrontal cortex needs what scientists call micro breaks to maintain its stamina. Think of your willpower as a battery that depletes with every choice you make. By taking 5 minutes to look at nature or simply breathe, you're hitting the reset button. Aisha practices this by looking out her balcony, letting her eyes rest on the greenery. This simple act of disengagement allows her executive functions to recharge. Consistency is built on these small moments of stillness. Mindfulness isn't just a buzzword, it's a cognitive training tool. It strengthens the connection between your amygdala and your higher brain, allowing you to stay calm under pressure. When Aisha meditates or prays, she is training her nervous system to remain resilient. This prevents the fight or flight response from hijacking her day. A calm mind sees opportunities, where a stressed mind only sees obstacles. Internal peace is the foundation of external power. Sleep hygiene is perhaps the most underrated performance enhancer in existence. Deep sleep cycles are responsible for emotional regulation and complex problem solving. When you're well rested, you process information faster and make fewer mistakes. Aisha keeps her room dark and cool, ensuring she gets the REM cycles necessary for peak cognitive load. You cannot out-hustle a sleep-deprived brain. Treat your sleep like a non-negotiable meeting with your future self. There is a massive difference between deep work and shallow effort. Deep work requires an undistracted state that can only be achieved when your mind isn't fragmented. Self-care provides the emotional stability needed to enter a flow state easily. Without it, you spend your day reacting to emails and notifications rather than creating value. Aisha protects her morning hours fiercely, using them for her most challenging tasks. She knows that her energy is her most valuable currency. Aisha plans her day around her energy levels, not just her clock. She schedules high-demand tasks during her peak alertness and low-demand tasks during her natural dips. This rhythmic approach to work prevents the mid-afternoon crash. By respecting her biological rhythms, she gets more done in 4 hours than most do in 8. Success is about managing energy, not just managing time. Learn your body's signals and adjust your schedule accordingly. Nutrition is the fuel for your brain's high-performance engine. The gut-brain axis means that what you eat directly impacts your mood and focus. Aisha fuels herself with whole foods that provide steady energy rather than sugar crashes. Dehydration can lead to a 10% drop in cognitive performance, so she keeps water nearby at all times. You wouldn't put low-grade fuel in a Ferrari, so don't do it to your body. Your diet is a reflection of your ambition. Exercise is essentially stress inoculation for your nervous system. By putting your body through controlled physical stress, you teach your mind how to handle emotional stress. Aisha makes time for movement because it releases BDNF, a protein that helps grow new brain cells. It's the ultimate brain fertilizer. Even a brisk 15-minute walk can clear the mental cobwebs and spark a new idea. Move your body to unlock your mind. The compound effect applies to self-care just as much as it does to finance. Small daily habits of recovery build a massive reservoir of resilience over time. You won't see the results of one meditation session immediately, but after a month, you'll be unshakable. Aisha stays consistent with her routines because she knows the long game is what matters. Don't wait for a breakdown to start taking care of yourself. Build the fortress before the storm arrives. Look at the results of this integrated approach. Aisha is achieving her goals, leading her team, and remaining present for her family. She is succeeding because she is sustainable, not because she is exhausted. This is what true high performance looks like. It's calm, it's intentional, and it's lasting. When you stop fighting your biology and start working with it, everything changes. You don't have to choose between your health and your dreams. Success isn't a sprint. It's a marathon that you have to be conscious enough to finish. When you prioritize yourself, you aren't being selfish, you're being strategic. Start treating your well-being as the foundation of your career, rather than an afterthought. Your future self will thank you for the boundaries you set today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Keep pushing, but remember to breathe. Your best work is yet to come.